When I first arrived in the country, I admit I was prejudiced of the Saudi culture. When we first arrive here and when you're abroad, people who don't know the culture, who don't know the country, we hear a lot of gossip, we hear a lot of exaggerations, and having met my friend Naif, who rescued me in the desert, it's just totally broke all those stereotypes. Yeah, sometimes being away from the family and friends, it's a bit hard. I get a bit homesick every once in a while. But luckily I've made some good friends here. You know, I met my wife here, which really makes a difference.
It was actually my third time back in Saudi, so it's nice, it's good. Throughout the day I'm planning my classes, on the weekend we go climbing, and then we look forward to trips outside of the kingdom, and we're in the kingdom. Yeah, so it's good.
Yeah, I think it's nice that we have these activities and that we're able to share it. Yeah, it makes it good.
So today we went to Treasure Island, which is close to Riyadh. We don't have to drive 2 or 3 hours to get there. And so we just plan to meet either at the crag or at a central point, and we usually go off together. We all usually have our own equipment, like rope and quick draws and all that safety stuff too, so yeah.
Yeah, it also takes us a while to get into climbing because we're always so happy to see all the guys, so saying hello to everyone. Takes a bit of time until we get into it, but it's always good fun, good people, always a good time.
Always a good group there to talk to, so yeah.
I played a little part in the rock climbing scene in Riyadh, which is very rewarding for me. And it's great to see, you know, these guys, when we first met, like they really didn't know what they were doing. So I always try to take time to teach them some, not just some safety tips, but also how to improve their climbing, how to stay calm, how to be more efficient, things like that. So it's really rewarding to see throughout the years how they've evolved. I think in Saudi Arabia, this is, especially in Riyadh, the community is, you know, it's slowly growing, and more we see new people coming, and it's hard to pass on this knowledge without the gyms. And I think if you have a rock climbing gym, then you will have a hub, you will have a central point. And keep in mind that rock climbing is more than a sport, it's a community and a lifestyle. And I know I've seen it, like people, once they get into it, they get the feel for it and they get addicted. And I've seen it how also it changes people's lives, how people start being a bit more fit, they start looking after themselves a bit more, they start organizing their lives so that they keep the weekends to go rock climbing. And it's really interesting. It's also an activity that can bring the whole family together. So even though it feels like an individual sport, it's not. You have your climbing partner always with you, and you always go to these remote locations, which are excellent for camping and spending some quality family time. Having assistance in case of an accident, you know, this applies more to alpinism, when you go on high altitude and you're really far away from anything. Rock climbing nowadays, the way we do it, we don't go to high altitudes. We don't go very far. Some of the crags are relatively close. Also, the gear has improved a lot, and when it's done with the proper training, it's actually a very safe activity. As long as you do it safely and with the proper training, using the proper equipment, you'll be fine. Yeah, so if you're venturing into outdoor sports, you definitely should try and be respectful of the environment, leaving no garbage and taking into consideration the leave no trace principles. Because just imagine this, if we all start going to the same crag, 20 people spending the whole day there, what do you think is going to happen? And Europe is full of these bad examples, and this is something that I try to encourage because you have a fresh community growing here. So I really try to share these bad experiences that I've seen in Europe and hopefully not do them here.
So usually after a climbing session, we go out for dinner or we go to someone's house and we just catch up a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great because I mean, these guys, the community became our closest friends because we end up spending all our weekends with them. We don't have time to see them during the week, so it's really nice to have a chance to catch up with them after climbing. It's super nice.
Yoga in my life and with Phong, it's great because I think the two activities, they go together. Rock climbing is very much about pushing and compressing your muscles, and yoga is mostly about stretching. So it really feels good to do the stretches after a climbing day, also throughout the week to be able to stretch your muscles a bit. Yeah, it's a good combo. Olá malta, isto aqui na Arábia Saudita é porreiro, ainda há muito por explorar. Venham aí que não se vão arrepender.
大家你好，快樂係自己揾出嚟嘅。